What's up, shifters? Welcome back to another episode of Shifting Lanes. Thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see by the end of this video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Today I'm here outside of my house and I'm going to try to give you a bit of an update video because I haven't really had one in a while and I think you guys deserve to kind of know what's going on. We're going to talk about this car, of course, my 2016 V60 Polestar. We're going to talk about the car that's not here, my 2017 Volvo XC90. We're also going to talk about the garage itself because this thing is in a pretty gnarly state of disrepair and I'm trying to turn this, and by extension what I do, into my dream car garage for Volvos. Let's spin the camera around. We're going to talk about the cars first, the garage, and by the end of this video you are going to have an update on all of our Volvo cars. First things first, here is the aforementioned V60 Polestar. She's looking mighty dirty, but if we come inside, nothing else is really new. But if I turn the car on and just go into ignition mode, we have a whole bunch of lights, including this guy right here. Now, what has happened since the last time you guys have gotten a video from me? The check engine light on this thing is on because we have tuned this car and we have a downpipe from 88 Fab on here. So if you guys don't know who Josh Briggs is, he's an amazing master welder. I had his full setup on my V70R. We put a downpipe on this. It's got a high flow cat and it's not really playing with the car very well, but this is a known thing on these P3 Volvos. I have it tuned from Hilton on this. It's a stage 2 as well. The problem is I think I have an O2 sensor issue with both the front and the rear. So we're trying to get that resolved. Once that is resolved, we'll be able to take this car back to the dyno and we'll be able to take it back to the drag strip. And I'm hoping to get that done within the next couple of weeks because it's October. There's a yellow tree over there. That's not great. I mean, obviously it's really beautiful out today, but the problem is it's definitely turning to fall and we're on limited time for the drag strip. This car hopefully is gonna get done in the next couple of weeks and we'll take it back. The car that's here in my disgusting garage, my Volvo XC90, still running absolutely perfectly. It has been the most reliable car I think I've ever owned, honestly. We've had an O2 sensor on that thing that's gone bad, and that is it. Since that car is not here, I love that car. I owe you guys another video on that. I'm gonna bring it to you very soon. This is really kind of what I wanted to talk about a lot more today. You can kind of see this is like coming up. It's like the substrate is very grainy. It is full of dust. Every time we walk into the house, all of this more and more comes up. This is sort of the way it came from when we purchased the house. So I've lived here about 5 years and I think just over 5 years now. It is just in a state of disrepair. You can kind of see how it used to be, nice and flat with the paint on it, probably how it was originally, but you can hear, like, it's gross. What I've done is I've done my due diligence and asked people and gotten quotes, and this whole new concrete slab for this whole garage would be $20,000. And that is not a number that I really have in my bank account or am I okay with. But I got in touch with a company called Spectrum Painting and Concrete Repair. They said that they can repair this, which is awesome. Now, it's not gonna be 100%, it's not gonna be perfect. What they can do is they can take their grinders, make this all flat, put a filler in, grind it again, then put their epoxy and whatever they have on top. And we should have a new garage floor here in the next few weeks. We're scheduled out, and by the time you're gonna watch this, it'll probably be like 4 or 5 weeks from when you watch this. So I'm gonna bring you guys sort of how that works. Obviously, this is gonna get all cleaned out. My roof box is gonna go away. I'm gonna take all this down, make sure this is all cleaned out for the guys that are gonna redo it. They're gonna redo the whole garage. They'll actually even redo the step. All this junk will just get out of the garage for a little while. And then we're going to basically redo the floor. Now, next year, we're gonna redo the walls because I don't have enough money to do both at the same time. We'll redo this, we'll put in cabinetry. We're gonna paint the walls. We may do new garage doors. These are kind of getting up there in age. They're not great. They're super loud. But that is basically what it is. Unfortunately, the garage is just, it's been like this since we moved in. Obviously, the previous owners didn't take care of it appropriately. I live in New Jersey, obviously. This is from all the water and just erosion from salt and the cars sitting here. It's not an ideal situation, but the garage itself is in really good shape. There's nothing really wrong with it. And it's your typical 2-car garage that you see on any colonial, Center Hall Colonial here in New Jersey. Like, that's the house, normal house. That's the garage attached at the side. Maybe one day we can expand upwards. Obviously, we have room up there. That's what I'm hoping for, and we'll see what happens. But that is the biggest update here on the garage. Now, let's hop in the car, let's take a ride, and I'm gonna tell you guys more about the rest of our cars. Okay, so as we're pulling out of my neighborhood, let's talk about the cars that are not being seen on the channel right now. Obviously, you have Chad's C30. The C30, we made a video a month or two ago about, you know, the C30. Maybe I would buy it. Right now, there are actually 2 people that are very interested in purchasing the car. We don't know if that's gonna happen. I'm honestly not sure. At the end of the day, the C30 has been a project that's been sitting for a long time, and we do not have the funds that we did, you know, a couple of years ago, which is part of what I'm gonna talk about in a little bit. Regardless of the check engine light, still sounds really good. Downpipe plus tune on this car, probably all you need. Ooh, a little pop action. Yes, very good. The C30 is potentially getting sold in the next month or 2. However, we'll see if that even happens. I'm not sure. If that doesn't happen, I think in 2023, I will buy that car. Right now, I don't have the funds to purchase it from Chad, unfortunately. With that said, if we don't sell it this winter, I will be buying it in the spring for sure. That is a guarantee. I guarantee you guys that, and we'll bring you more content on that. If it does get sold, again, it's just a business decision at this point. We could potentially put that money elsewhere and hopefully make more videos for you guys. Stay tuned on that. The other side of it is my 240. Now, this is the update that I have not wanted to make for a long time. I am sorry, because if you do watch our stuff and you're wondering where the 240 is, so am I, honestly. It is still being built by Nick Haas over at Red Block Performance in Portland, Oregon. The problem is I have not been able to get in touch with Nick since January. He's essentially just not texted me back, and there could be a whole number of reasons for that. I'm actually not, like, I'm sort of upset about it, but I'm not to the point where I'm like, I'm gonna go, you know, hunt him down. Like, I live in New Jersey, he lives in Portland, like, it's not just a thing. But the problem is, like, he owes me a car, and it's been 2.5 years, and my patience is like wearing a little bit thin. However, that's my side of the story. There's always 2 sides of the story. If there's something that's, you know, happened in Nick's life that I don't know about, or there's some like issues with his business, that's on him and that's his business. So I just don't know. I haven't been able to get in contact with him. It will get done eventually. I just don't know if it's going to get done soon, because again, I can't get in contact with him. Nick, if you are watching this video today, please just get in contact with me. There's no reason that we can't just chat about it. It's not a huge deal. If it needs to be done in another year, that's fine. I just need to know what the timeline is. That's it. And then we can kind of take it from there. For those of you that are waiting for 240 content, I'm sorry, you're probably gonna have to wait a little bit longer. On that note, I really would love to start another project car build, because at this point, this is my daily, and I'm not going to be doing a lot more to this car other than the downpipe and the tune for now, mostly because I want to keep it as reliable as possible to be able to take my kids back and forth to school. I'm not really going to be doing a ton more to this, like I just said, but I do have enough funds to do like a budget project car build. A couple of months ago, I also made a video about my dream Volvo build. There's really only one in budget for that. It's probably an 850 that we could make into a, you know, an 855R clone, but we also could potentially do another 240 and do a budget 240 build. There is a gentleman by the name of Aaron in Pennsylvania who I've been in contact with. He's like the guy to basically find stuff for you on the East Coast, or even just, you know, throughout the country here in the US. He has a ton of contact. He knows where to find things. I would really love to like work with him on a project where he and I can make videos together the same way that Nick and I were at the beginning of the 240 build when I sent him the car out that way. I would love to do that. Plus, I want to bring you guys more content, because on this channel, we do a lot of streaming on our Facebook page, and you see a lot of those stream highlights on this channel. I know you guys sort of enjoy those sometimes. It's us, you know, kind of just shooting the crap about news of the day and what's going on with our cars and whatever. At the end of the day, I really want to bring you guys more Volvo content, more Volvo build content. I'm hoping to do that within the next couple of months into next year. Now, the other 2 cars on the channel that you guys haven't seen for a little while is Chad's Mustang, and let's talk about that one really quick. Basically, what happened was the clutch kind of just went kablooey on that car. He is sending it to our buddies over at Blue Sky Performance and Restoration. That car actually just got towed there the other day. That build is going to start very soon. If you're being patient for Mustang content, it's coming soon. Chad's going to be filming with them a whole bunch over the next like couple of weeks and months to get that build sort of, you know, not done, but in process. He also just needs a car to drive around in, especially if he sells the C30. He will have a much better performing Mustang within the next few months. Hopefully we'll bring a lot more videos to you on that. The other car you really haven't seen at all on this channel is Hanson's Veloster N. Hanson has a Hyundai Veloster N. He basically doesn't drive it. We're getting so many press cars that Hanson barely puts any miles on it, and he sort of just uses the press cars as a daily runabout so he can give you guys a better, you know, understanding of how the car is, as opposed to just having it for a few hours and then just not really, you know, getting the whole shebang. There's not a ton to report on Hanson's car there. He has it. It doesn't have a lot of miles on it, and it's driven like a couple times a month, and that's really it. 4-hour cars, that's everything. The 240 is hopefully going to get done. I would love to get in touch with Nick very soon about it. If not, we're going to start another Volvo project, because this is something that the community deserves. And no matter what you think about me or what you think about this channel and all the fluff that we do as opposed to the actual project, I want to get back into the projects because that's something that I believe the community deserves. There aren't a ton of channels out there that really kind of focus on Volvo content. For me, I love Volvos, so I always want to have a Volvo build going on this channel, always. Even if we get big enough that we can all buy sports cars and supercars and whatever, I always still want to do like something cool with Volvos, just because they're fun and they're quirky, and then there's an amazing community behind them. So that's sort of the update. Let's head back to the house because I got to go do a couple errands, and then we'll sign off, and I have one more thing that I really want to tell you guys about. Okay, so not a crazy video, but updates. Sorry, it's not more of an interesting one, but that should be coming very soon. Honestly, if you guys want to hang out with us, we are live streaming on Facebook every single week, Mondays, unless schedules, you know, run into something. It's always Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can make it, that would be awesome. Our Facebook page is almost 600,000 followers strong. It's you and hundreds of other people watching every single week, which is awesome. It's really cool to make this stuff for you back home. That is pretty much everything I wanted to talk about in this video. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for a lot more to come very soon. There's going to be so many changes on this channel in 2023. I cannot even explain it. There's going to be more projects, more fun stuff, more stream highlights. And if you want to just chat with us, like I said, come follow the live streams, because Chad and I are on there every single week talking to you guys. We have a huge support community building on Shift Squad, which is our private Facebook group. So go on there, and if you want to subscribe there, you can too. That'll do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Gregson, and I will catch you next time. See ya.